Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to math class. What we are doing, I we started off looking at statistics, and the first thing I did was a tally table. All right, showing that a tally gives how often the item is occurring. But when you get a 5, you cross diagonally from top right to left. All right, top right to left. The frequency tells us how often an event is occurring. Then we looked at relative frequency. Now we said relative frequency means the frequency of the event divided by the total frequency. The frequency of the event divided by the total frequency. Now, the percentage just tells us, gives us as a percent, the relative frequency as a percent. So it's the frequency of the event over the total. It's always the total. So in this case, our answer would have been 3 over 30. All right, let me just get the charger. Hold on. Need the charger. I need the charger. Because if she taking the charger, she charges the laptop first. This here? Yeah. Okay. Sorts of things happening there, God and Jesus. All right. Sorry about that. Couldn't find the charger for the laptop. Just found it. All right. So what we were saying is that the probability or the relative frequency, same thing, the frequency of the event over the total frequency. So 3 over 30 is how much? Somebody? 3 over 30 will give me how much?
1/10.
As a percentage.
Oh,
As
10%.
a decimal, sorry.
Oh, no, that's
1 over
0
10 is 0.1.
0.1.
So this is your answer. If you had done it to a percentage, then it would multiply by 100, which will give me 10%. So you could express probability as a decimal or as a percent. All right, cool. So this is what we did. This is what you will see it in your past paper. This is just the beginning of a very easy. Once you follow the sequence, you don't have a problem. Now, when you're doing probability, sorry, just hold on. When we are doing statistics and you're asked to do a histogram. Usually for a histogram gives us it gives us the information drawn graphically. So let's look at question 2. The frequency table below shows the shoe size of pupils in a class. Construct a histogram to represent the information given. So here what I want you all to do for me. I just want you all to take down that information because I want to illustrate it on a graph. So just take down the table for me, please. I want to illustrate it on a graph.
Which table, so?
Number 2, question 2. So you have shoe
Mm.
size and you have the frequency. So we want to do this on a chart. We want to do this on graph paper. So I want to do it for you so you have an idea how to do a histogram. Everybody took this down already?
No,
4,
sir.
5,
Okay.
6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 9, 3, 6, 5, 3. Everybody got that? I could move on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's not only Antonio, we have 19 people here. All right, so as much as I really appreciate Antonio speaking, Matthias, Deshaun, are you there? Deshaun?
Yes, sir.
All right, that is Matthias. Deshaun, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. You have graph page there, Deshaun?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you took on the table, question 2?
Yes.
All right, cool. Ezekiel, you did that as well? You took down the table already? Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jada, you took down the table already? Jada. Jamelia took down the table. I'm just calling people just to make sure that you all are here.
Yes.
Jenny, you took down the table already?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's go to our graph sheet. I have a graph sheet. Let's look for my graph sheet. Okay, this is my graph sheet. So what I'm going to do, I am going to draw the line. Let's use I'm just going to draw the y-axis. Then I'm going to draw my x-axis. Now, can anybody tell me how many boxes we're doing? We're doing according to the number of shoe. So the first thing that we're going to do, the frequency is on your y-axis. Your frequency is on your y-axis. So this is my y-axis, and this is my x-axis. But always remember that your frequency is on your y-axis. So your frequency went up to 9. Your frequency went up to 9. So let's do that. So what we can do, we can make each box 1. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. All right. So the first box of shoe size 4, right? Now I have a box. Now you just, the reason why mine is, I am going to use I'm going to make each box 1 centimeter. So let me just say something first. On your graph paper, 1 large box is 2 centimeters. 1 large box is 2 centimeters. 1 half of the box is 1 centimeter. All right. So keep that in mind. So in your histogram, your boxes must be equally spaced. So we're going to make them 1 cm apart. So this would have been, the frequency is on the y-axis. I don't have enough space to write frequency. Well, just remember that. So the next one is 5, number 5. So, but 5 is going up to 9. All right, so the space between each box is 1 cm. But because we're doing 2, 4, 6 boxes, I did the space 1 cm, but the space between each must be equal. Now, you don't have to do it like that. You could actually connect your boxes. Since it's a histogram, you could connect your boxes, right? So let's connect the boxes. Do it. So it's a histogram. We could connect our boxes. All right. Next one, it goes up to 3. Next one, it goes up to 6. All right, that's it there. Next one, it goes up to 5. Now, usually, let me say this. For the histogram, we don't put any space between them. But so what I could have done, I could have started all this from so this first box, I could have started exactly at the edge. It doesn't matter. You could have left this space. CXC wouldn't take off marks for that. Next one, you could have started exactly at the All right, so you need to draw your histogram, people, because I did many of these before. And we'll discuss the questions that CXC usually asks about probability. So, right. So the first one goes up to 4, next one to 9, next one to 3, 6, 5, and the last one goes to 3. Right, but for your histogram, all the spaces, all the rectangles must be of the same size. So there are some questions with it, so I want to answer those questions. That was question 2. All right, so the first question. Now, people, I am starting simple and I'm going right up to the most difficult questions. So don't think that, this is small thing for me and I know this already, but I'm starting with a simple. So we had shoe size. We had frequency. So this is 4, 4, 5, 9, 6, 3, 7, 8, 9. All right, frequency on your y-axis. Frequency on your y-axis. At that space, they put it in the corner. frequency on your y-axis. So each box that you have, the size is 2 centimeters. So you draw a histogram. It represents the shoe sizes. So it shows that what shoe size. Oh, let me just add one thing. So this was 4. Five, 6, 7. Right. So from the time you look at this, you could tell what shoe size, what is the most common shoe size? What is the most common shoe size? What's the most common shoe size? Sienna. Sienna?
Size 5.
Sorry? Sorry? I didn't hear you.
I said size 5.
Size 5, correct. And Jada, what's the least common? What are the least common shoe sizes? More than Jada. What's the least common shoe sizes?
9.
Sorry? 9 and
9 and 4. No, 9 and 6. Sorry.
9 and 6, correct. 9 and 6. Now, listen to this one carefully. What is the total frequency? Udaya, what's the total frequency? Let's add them up for me. What's the total frequency? Somebody. Udaya.
30.
30? I didn't add it up, but I'm just going to take what you say. So 30 is the total frequency. Now listen to this question. If a pupil is chosen at random, I'm taking this from the TOESI. So question A was to construct a histogram. Question B. If a pupil is chosen at random, what is the probability calculate the probability, same thing as relative frequency, that the shoe size is size size 4. What is the probability that the shoe size is size 4? Anybody? Tell me what to do. What is the probability that the shoe size is size 4? Anybody?
Say the Irrelevant frequency will be equal to the frequency of event divided by total
All right, well,
frequency.
you don't have to give me all that again. Just give me the answer.
Oh, 0.13.
Tell me what you did.
So I divide the 4 by the total frequency.
Oh, all right, all right. Antonio, what? Give me what you did in terms of how you got your answer.
So I divide the shoe size by the frequency.
Yes,
Which is
Antonio, but I want the shoe size. The probability that the shoe size is 4.
4.
So what you going to do? You should
Multiply by 100.
multiply by 100. Okay, that's one answer. Sahai, what should you do? I'll tell you just now, Antonio.
So can you
What do you do, Sahai? I want the if our pupil is chosen at random, calculate the probability that the shoe size is size 4. What do I do? Sahai, I'm not hearing you if you're talking. Your hand say. I'm not hearing. Your hand say. We're using the same idea as relative frequency, Johansi. So what would be my answer, Johansi? Mikhail? Mikhail?
Yes, sir.
What was the answer? The probability that the shoe size is 4. How often is the shoe size 4 occurring? Anybody? How often, Mikhail, is the
3 times.
How many times?
4
3
times.
times.
4 times. The
4 times.
frequency tells us 4. And what's the total frequency?
30.
30. So what's the probability?
2/15, sir?
Right. So it's 4 over 30, which is 2 over 15. You could express it as a decimal for me, please.
0.13, sir.
Anybody lost?
No, sir.
All right, good.
What's the I think answer I give you, sir?
Sorry, Antonio?
So that was the answer I give you, sir.
Oh, okay, great. All I wanted to hear was 4 over 30. That is all I was looking for. 2 over 15. All right. What is the probability? Next question. Listen carefully. Probability that the shoe size is less than 5. All right. So if the shoe size is less than 5, how many shoe size is less than 5?
So one shoe size is less than 5.
How many shoe size is less than 5?
1, sir?
4 shoes.
No. If you look at the frequency, it's only shoe size 4, right? Which will be 4
Yes, sir.
over 30 again. You all understand that?
Yes, sir.
So less than 5, we are looking at, you can't look at the 9. You have to look at less than 5, which would be 4. If it's less than, then you have to look at 4. So your answer would be 4 probability less than 5 would be equal to 4 over 30. Same answer. One more. What is the probability that a shoe size is greater than 7? A shoe size is greater than 7. So we're looking at 7. Just here. Let me do it in a different color. Greater than 7. All right. So which numbers are greater than 7? It will be what and what?
9 and 8.
It will be 8 and
9.
9 greater than 7. So what were the numbers for, what was the frequency for 5? For 8, sorry. It's 5, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the frequency for 9? It's 3. So you have to add 5 plus 3 over 30, which is equal to 8 over 30. Because I wanted a shoe size greater than 7, which would be, what were the numbers greater than 7? 8 and 9. Now, remember, just as relative frequency, it gives how often something is occurring. So you have to look at the frequency. So for 8, it's 5 times. And for 9, it's 3 times. So you add them up, 5 and 3, 8, over the total frequency, which is 30. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, so we're doing one more. But we're doing the probability part, not the histogram part. All right, so I'm just deleting this and we're gonna do one more. All right, so we're looking at question 4. I would like you to take down the table in question 4. Let me just highlight it so that everybody's seeing what I am talking about. Looking at question 4. So all I want you to do is write down the table, and then I'll ask you the questions. You'll do the histogram for me for homework, question 4. But what I want is the table, and then we'll move on. We'll talk about frequency polygon. So that is the last thing that we do. Now, on Wednesday, we start grouped data. Now, that one is key. Looking at group data is really key, right? Because you need to know what is the interval, what is the class limit, what are the boundaries and midpoints. All right, so this topic is a lot of stuff for statistics, but once you practice it, you get good at it. All right, so everybody wrote on the table already. I could move on.
No, sir.
All right, hurry up. 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, and 156. So those represent height in centimeter. And then the frequency of students. So they had 50 students. All right. So 150 was 1, 151, 5, 152, 10, 153, 16, 154, 10, 155, 6, and 156, 2. Everybody have that? I'm going to switch. I want to switch to the whiteboard because I get more space to write on the whiteboard. I'll write over what we have here. All right, so pay attention because I'm going to call people. All right, so let me just write it. Let me just put the table up. So we had height and we had frequency. All right, so we had 150. Nice one. 152, 151, 152, 153, 154, 156. So the numbers were 5, 10, 16, 10, 6, and 2. So the total frequency, somebody give me the total frequency. Tell me if you add it up, tell me if you get 50. Jenny, tell me, add it up, see if you get 50. You should get 50. So the question is to draw a histogram. So we're going to put the frequency and each number would represent each bar. All right, so you're going to draw, put the frequency on the y-axis, all right, and put your height on your x-axis, and of course, do your frequency up to 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 16, and then each bar, the first one, each bar must be equal size. It must be the same size. All right, this size and here must be the same size here. All right, keep that in mind when you're drawing your histogram. All right, so I'm giving you that one for homework. All right, that is not the part I'm interested in. So the frequency of the event over the total frequency will give me my probability. So listen carefully to the question. Calculate the probability. Calculate the probability that if a student is selected at random, he or she has a height he or she is shorter than 152 centimeters. Shorter than 152. So remember, you have to look at the 152 but they didn't say 52 or less. So I would like someone to put in the chat as a fraction. You don't need to simplify, just tell me what your answer will be. You don't need to simplify, just tell me what your answer will be as a fraction. Put in the chat what your answer will be for number 4, just as a fraction, that's all. If you want, you could put it as a decimal, but I just want to see what people are doing. The reason why I want it as a, all right, Johansi. No, Johansi, you made a mistake. Watch carefully, Johansi, what you're doing. I said less than 152. How many numbers are less than, how many numbers are less than 152? How many numbers are less than 152? So try again, Johansi. Theodora, that's correct. Yedaya, that's correct. Antonio, where you get that, boy? No. No, Antonio. Oh, no, Antonio, I know where you do. Nah. Mikel, all right.
Yes, sir.
Watching at your answer. That's correct, Mikel. Anybody else? Only got Mikel. You have 18 persons here. Johansi gave me an answer, but you have to do it over. Theodora gave me an answer, and that was correct. Antonio, I'll check yours again. Mikel was correct. Jamelia. Ooh, I tell you, give me it as a fraction. But Jamelia gave me it as a percent. Now you're having me working, man. Oh, yeah, Jamelia, that's correct. But, yeah, CXC will still give you it correct. But that's why I asked you for it as a fraction, right? Give me it as a fraction first, Jamelia. No, Antonio. Deshaun, yes, Deshaun, that's correct. What happened to everybody else? I can't just give the answer and we okay. Yeah, Jamelia, that's correct. Deandra, Deshawn, Ezekiel.
Sir, did you see my answer?
No. You send it to teacher?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah? No, man, just no. Oh, yeah, that's correct, this year. Anybody else? Come now, people. Matthias. Matthias, I do not hear your sister again. Shalom. Yes, Tyrese, that's correct. Antonio. Nah, Antonio, boy. I know what you're doing, you know, but you're making a mistake. You're making a small error. I better tell you what it is. All right. So let's tell people what it is. Let me see. We had two persons. Johanse. No, Johanse, boy. Jenny, correct. All right. All right. More coming. Matthias. No, Matthias, boy. Probability is always as a fraction. Probability is always over the total amount, which is 50. So the question was, probability, the person chosen at random is 150, shorter than 152. Somebody just sent me something and I'm not seeing it. I don't know why. Who just sent the work? Somebody just sent the work. But I ain't seeing it again. Yeah, Matthias, very good. That is what I want. All right, so probability is the frequency of the event over the total frequency. The frequency of event over the total frequency. So the frequency of shorter than 152. Shorter than 152 will be 151 and 150, which is the 5 and Antonio the 1. So 5 plus 1 over the total amount. So your answer is 6 over 50. 2 into 6, 3. 2 into 50, 25.
Don't forget to add the ones.
Yeah. And CXC wouldn't forget to give you it wrong. So come on, do it better next time. All right, next question. The probability, last question, that the person chosen at random is taller than 154. All right. Let me see all the answer. So you're writing it like this: probability greater than 154 equal capital P for probability. You're giving me answer as a fraction, eh? And then you could put it as a decimal if you want. Give me an answer as a fraction, and then you could put it as a decimal. I want to see the answer. All right, so let's see what people have. Very good, Johansi, correct. Theodora, very good. All right, two persons, Theodora and Johansi, and they both got it right. Yedaya, correct, 3. Come on, people, keep it coming, keep it coming. Antonio. Antonio. No, Antonio, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. Now, Ezekiel, I didn't see any work from you. Shedidia was, and that's Naomi, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Naomi, I didn't get any work from you, Naomi. So the second question was that the individual, the probability that the person is taller than 154. Garcia, your answer is correct. Michael, I didn't get any answer from you. Antonio. Nah, Antonio. Nah, boy, you're making a little. You have the total, which is 50. Because what you're putting over the 50 is your problem. Sienna, correct. Sahai, where's the answer? People, where are your answers? We are looking at the probability of a person chosen at random that is taller than, so I'm doing this one, taller than 154. So if you go to 154, taller than, it will be 155 and 156. So that's, you have to look at the frequencies. So it's 6 and 2, which is 8 over 50. 8 over 50, if you have 4 over 25, or if you have 0.16, that's good. That's the answer. So I'm going to give you 2 questions for homework. We were to look at frequency polygon, but time is up. So next class, I'm going to give you some homework.